Okay, part two of the Saga of Weapons Fjord. I believe we're on chapter 4. We will find out soon enough. Yes. All right. Chapter 4. It was told that one summer a ship came out from Norway to Weaponsfjord. The ship was captained by a man named Thorleif, who was called the Christian. He owned a farm in Krossavik in Reidarsfjord and was the stepson of Asbjørn Shaggyhead. Hvert sommer fra sagt at skip kom ut i Vapnafjörði. Three skipo stræði sama Thorleif het og var kallað inn kristni. Hanati bú í Reiðarfirði Kósavik og var stúpsonar Asbjarnar Lothin Hofða. The other ship's captain was named Hrafn. A Norwegian by birth, he was healthy and renowned for his riches. He was an avaricious man, silent and self-contained, and it's told that he owned a gold ring, which he always wore in his hand, a little chest that he often kept with him. People believed it was full of gold and silver. Annar stræmaða nifender Hrafn norrön in kynni áþurgur og fjölk kunnigur at gersemum synkarmata og fallater og vel stilta þess getið at hann at he gullhring þann hann hefði avald hindi ser og kistel hann hafði upp undir ser og hugðu men hann fullen af gulli og silfri. Thorleif went home to his farm, and the Easterners got themselves lodgings. Broad Helgi rode to the ship and invited the captain to lodge with them. Thorleif for heim til bussins at Alstemen viskuthus. Broad Helgi reis til skips og bæþer stýrimanni til vistarmeth, sir. The Easterner said he would not go there to the lodge. Quote, I am told that you are proud and greedy, unquote, he said, but I am simple and moderate, and that is incompatible. Alsmada kavagst eigi þangat mundi fara til vistar. Meretu sag þér stórlater og fegjarn, segir hann, en ek smalater og liter hefur, og það og fort. Broad Helgi offered to buy some valuables from him because he was a very showy man, but Hrafn said he would not sell any valuables on credit. Broad Helgi answered, you have made my trip a humiliation, rejecting my lodgings and refusing my trade. Broad Helgi valaði af honum góða grippi, því hann var skráðmaður mikil, en Hrafn kvaks enga grippi veldu, a frest selja, brådhelgi svarar. Smeliga hefer du gott förth mina, nejtat vestini en sinjat kalpsins. Giter also came to the ship, found the captain, and said to him that he had acted unwisely, having fallen out with the noblest man in the district. Giter kom och till skips och fann Strindman och kvad honom och viter liga hafa till Tekizik. Well, that's a tough one. Gintanad ser in Gulfgatsta man I Thvai Harathi. The Easterner said, I had intended to lodge at some farmer's place, or would you like to take me in, or would you now like to take me in, Githri? Als mathren svarar, dat haifta ik et led at vistak hja ein verjum bonda, etha fyltu nu taka with mer geiter, Sigar steri mater. Geiter did not give in quickly to that, but it came about nonetheless that he took Hrafin with him. The crew got their lodgings and the ship was dragged ashore. A storehouse was procured for the Easterner to store his wares in. He sold the wares piece by piece. Geiter let ekki skjord við en þó kom þar het kan tok with honom. Hvis toethugst her setter og var skippi til Hluns rathet. Gorvithbur var austemani finget at gema I varningsin seldi hans mat farningen. School. When the winter nights arrived, the sons of Egil held a harvest feast, and Brodhelgi and Geiter were both there. Helgi went in first and sat further in because he was a very showy man. It was a matter of comment that Helgi and Geiter seemed to be so engrossed in conversation at that feast that no one got either word or amusement from them. Then the feast was ended and everyone went home to his household. Da kommet var att veta något om hofdu ver Egil siner husbåth och varu thær brådhelgi och Geiter thær bathir och gekk helgi fyri och satt inri því att han var skáldmenni mikið orð var því att þeim helga og Geiti þótti sva þýþrótt vera að því bóði að menn fengi havarki að þeim talni gaman var nú slittet bóðinu og fór hver heim til sins heimilis. During the winter, there was a well-attended sporting event at the farmstead named Hagi, a short distance from Holf. Brodhelgi was there. Geiter strongly urged the Easterner to go to that meeting, stating that he would meet many who owed him money there. Afterwards they went, and Hrafin carried on about the debts owed him. Und Vettren var leiker fjolmener av Botheim, a haga heiter, skammet fra Hofi. Brodhelgi var þar, gæter fyrst í ástmannin mjólk til þessa fundar og hvað hann þar hitta mundi marga sína skuldunáta. Og fóru þeir sitten og varð honum hjaldrúgt, boy, that's a tough one. Hjalderjúgt, skuldir sinnar. Okay. And when the games were ended and people were preparing to depart, Helgi was sitting in the stoveroom and speaking to his liegemen. A man came into the room and told them that Hrafn, the Easterner, had been killed, and no one knew who the killer was. Helgi went out immediately and condemned what had been done. Och liknom var loket och men varu I brottboningi satt Helgi I stofu och talathi with thingman sina. And then the footnote here says, something seems to be missing from the text, although there are no gaps in the manuscripts. One of the paper manuscripts inserts, Mater kom I stofu, or a man came into the room. So we'll go with that. Och sagði þeim att Hrafn ástmaður veri fegin og orðumenn ekki varir við vegandan. Helgi gekk út þegar og meldi la fyrir verkið því at þar var unnið. Hrafn was given an honorable burial according to the custom of the time. Utfett hans var gorð så milig þæris sethvenjo sem það var. A man named Þjórvi lived in Gudmundarstaðir, Gudmund's farmstead. He was a big man, very strong. Þjórvi was a friend of Brodhelgi and Geitir, and he was absent the whole day when the Norwegian was killed. The account some people gave of Hrafn's death was that he had been directed to a steep cliff and perished there. Mathe had Þjórvi och Bro Guðmundar stortum. Han var mikil mater och ramerata afli. Þjórvi var vinner dæra Brodhelga och Geitir. En han var horfin þann dagalen. Ást mathrin var vægin. Það var sumra manna brásken líflat. Brásken ut líflat Hrafns at honum hafi vissat verið at forrath og thinks þar. Words passed between Brodhelgi and Geitir that each should keep half of Hrafn's wealth, but it should not be divided until after the spring assembly. Geitir took possession of the wares in the spring and locked them in his outside storehouse. Däråt fóru almili Brodhelgi och Geitis et hlaft Hrafn's myndi var hafa och skipta edgi fjör en eptir farthing och tot gaiter foruni varit och lästi ik uti boris sinu. Thorleif the Christian prepared his ship in the spring for the outward journey. It was fully prepared by the spring assembly, and when the time came, men traveled to the spring assembly. And Sunudal, among them both Brodhelgi and Gaiter, and in many places few people were left at home. Thorleif in Kristini bjöd skip sitt varet till untanfärtar och varth buen att varthingi. En svavar kommit thad foru them till varthings is Sunudal bethi Brodhelgi åt Gaiter och var tha i morgens stothum fat heima. When the assembly was drawing towards the end, Thorleif awakened early and woke up his crew. They boarded the boat and rowed to Kosavik, where they went up to Gaiter's outside storehouse and broke into it. They took all of Hrafn's share of the wealth and carried it to their ships. Och allied mjölk thinget, vaknar Thorleifar snima och väcker upp skipvärja sina. Stigo there abatten och reru sitten i Krosavek och gengut där upp och till Utibors, Gaites och Luko tvai upp och baru ut allen fjärrfluttan Hrafn hafti att och flutu till skipssinns. Oh man, the intrigue of the Varthing Saga. What are you doing? Oh, well, there she is. Say goodbye. Bye-bye.